Hey guys, it's your weather girlie Shania, and welcome back to my podcast, Shania Beyond the Sky, where I discover and explore all things meteorology and earth science. Today is not Weather Wednesday, but we are doing something a little different today. Today we are going to do a collab with another classmate of mine named Nyasha from her channel Pixel and Brush, where she does art challenges weekly, and it's kind of like a game. So I decided that we should collab, and she has a sunset challenge, and I am going to explain the science behind sunset. So that's the aim of this video today. Hope you enjoy.
Hi, so I'm going to do a landscape painting of a sunset with one of the pictures I got from Shania. And based on the recent challenge, I have to use 5 to 6 colors only. So first I will start off with a light sketch, and then I'll do the painting, and Shania will explain more about sunsets.
While she's making a sketch of the painting that she's gonna do, she had a reference photo of a sunset that I took by my house, and it's all pink and beautiful. It is one of the best sunsets that I have ever actually seen, in my opinion. So, let's dive right into how does the sunrise and sunset get their color.
Okay, so I'm going to use this at 5. The challenge said 5 to 6 colors. So the white almost finished, so I'll just use white, black, and vermilion, crimson red, yellow, and ultramarine blue. So 5 to 6 colors, right, for the sunset.
I'm sure at least once in your life you asked yourself this question: why is the sky blue? And maybe you would have been curious about why does sunsets look so pretty with all the reds and the oranges and the pinks and sometimes purples. At least once in your life you probably ask these questions. So today I'm going to explain it to you. So firstly, light travels through different wavelengths, and each of these wavelengths is responsible for a certain color. Think about a rainbow. We know red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. So each of these colors are visible according to how the light bounces off each particle in the atmosphere. So from space, the sun appears white, but it's actually made up of a lot of different colors together, and it looks white. These colors are the colors of the rainbow: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And as I explained before, each of them are responsible for a different wavelength. So shorter wavelengths are associated with blue and violet colors. So that's why we see the sky as blue, because when the sun is directly above us, the wavelengths bounce off shorter. So that's why the sky is blue. But when the wavelengths are further, the colors associated with them are red and oranges and pinks. So our atmosphere plays a very important part in the way that these colors are shifted. The atmosphere is composed of two main particles. or molecules called nitrogen and oxygen particles, and other molecules like water vapor are also factors that cha- um, change how the colors appear. When sunlight hits these molecules, it bounces off of them and scatter in different directions. This phenomenon is called Rayleigh scattering. This scattering makes the sky look blue, as I explained, and during the day, the shorter wavelengths are more visible because the sun is higher in the sky, while during the evening, when the sun is about to set, the sun is lower, close to the horizon, and the atmosphere is thicker, and this causes the wavelength to be longer, and it causes the sky to look that bright red and orange, sometimes pink. So, factors that affect sunset colors, as I said, uh, dust, well, the nitrogen and the oxygen, but there's also dust pollution, more particles in the atmosphere due to pollution. Volcanic ash or dust can enhance the red and orange hues by further scattering shorter wavelengths. And the humidity and water vapor. Higher humidity can soften colors, making them appear more pastel. So, an example of this is after rainfall, and because this picture that she's recreating is was actually taken after rain fell. If you could see in the beginning of the video, there was water in the galvanized. So these are when personally, I just find that after rain, you get the best sunset if the clouds are not too thick. Like when the clouds are clearing up and there are more cirrus clouds are better for sunsets because they allow the colors to pass through them because they are thin clouds and they are higher in the atmosphere. So they don't really bother the light transfers. We can also see really great sunsets in fall or winter. Personally, I have never experienced those seasons, but I have seen, and usually during fall it's more orange, red, and pink. And the reason for this is because the air is often cleaner and drier in these months, and this reduces atmospheric distortion and makes the colors more intense. So after rainfall, the reason that they are more clearer is because the rain washed away all the dust particles that could be making the sky more opaque. So it's more clearer and the sky is more vivid at this point in time. In deserts or high altitude areas, these places tend to have less humidity and pollution, resulting in a sharper, more brilliant sunset. And near large bodies of water, I know you definitely have seen a sunset on the horizon of the sea. And this is because the ocean and large lakes creates a kind of mirror effect and makes it look so good. And then lastly, after volcanic eruptions, the ash in the atmosphere causes the light to bounce off each individual particle and causes them to show their colors, and that makes for a very beautiful sunset as well. These colors are like deep reds and oranges and purples. They look really good and they last very long. So, I hope you understand how sunsets are composed and the colors that we get from sunset, how we get them. So, a little recap is that sunlight travels with different wavelengths, and each wavelength is responsible for a color. And each color is associated with the length of the wavelength. So, shorter wavelengths are responsible for blue and violet colors and indigo, and longer wavelengths are associated with deep reds, oranges, and pinks. And the reason that we see these colors in a sunset is because the wavelengths are longer, because the sun is setting, and the closer that the sun is, the lower that the sun is, the longer the wavelength, and the higher that the sun is, the shorter the wavelength. So that explains how the sky gets its colors. Particles in the atmosphere also helps with producing the different colors, because this light bounce off of the particles in the atmosphere and they create different colors according to the wavelengths that they have. So thanks for staying tuned for this video, and I'll hand you on to Nyasha.
Yeah, so this is it so far. It's not perfect. I just wanted to get the overall landscape, and yeah, I tried my best with the clouds and blend in and try to dry brush some areas to get some colors in. And yeah, this is the final with the sunset.
Well, that's a wrap for this video today. Stay tuned for next week's Weather Wednesday episode, and take a look at Nyasha's page Pixel and Brush, go ahead and give her a follow and stay tuned for more content of hers. And look out for more of my daily weather updates every single day. Follow my Instagram at Shania Beyond the Sky underscore, and don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so that you can be a part of this little community.